Good morning and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Meetup. Today we're going to actually look at how to use some of the tutorials that are embedded within Minecraft Education Edition, as well as some of the templates that you can start with your kids if you don't feel like you want to start completely from scratch. So we're going to go in here and get started and hit play. And normally I would go to my worlds or I would create a new world, but today I'm going to go and I'm going to view the library and I'm going to see what Minecraft Education Edition has to offer me. So there are lessons that are in here. There's monthly challenges in here, biomes and worlds, and how to play. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go down here to the biomes and worlds. Okay. And they have some feature worlds and they have the biomes. So if we look at the biomes, let's take a look and see what they have. Now we started with the block of grass, which is all completely flat. We can do a badlands biome, a desert biome, forest. Let's look down here a little bit farther. We've got ice, of course, jungle, mushroom island, an ocean biome, which is really cool. I've actually used that one before. There are lots and lots in here to choose from. I suggest trying to do the ocean ones. I guess I'm a little privy to the ocean, but there are lots of biomes. Now, of course, there's nothing really in it. There's of course plants and animals and things like that, but there's no building that's in it. So you're going to have to do all of the building yourself within these different biomes. Let me go ahead and go back. I'm going to go look at the featured worlds that they have in here. Now, of course, there's the blocks of grass, which is the one that I usually always go to. Now, this isn't the one that I've created. This is the actual, what they call like the template that you can start to build on. Fluffitopolis. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks very interesting. I haven't been in there. I haven't seen this one yet. I visited this one earlier today, and we're going to take a look at this hundreds chart one. There's Inspiration Island. I haven't been to that one yet either, but it's pretty, looks pretty cool. Into the Great Trench, you're down below the water. There's submarines. There's all kinds of stuff down there to look at and to explore. A starter town. Now, this is actually has buildings and things that are built in. I believe there's NPCs in here, and you're just kind of walking around and exploring and learning some things. The human eye, somebody actually did a recreation of what the human eye looks like, and you can actually walk through it and look at it. It's pretty cool. The Mindful Night, this is really good for the SEL component that we are all striving to add to our lessons. I've actually gone in here and tried this one out. This one's really, really cool for our counselors out there. Yes, counselors, you can be using Minecraft too. And just to kind of get a better feel for that SEL component, this is a great one. Voyage Aquatic, again, we're talking about a lot of the ocean creatures. You're in there, like the biome, there's an ocean, you'll see octopus, all different kinds of things. And they have the windmill challenge that's in here. And I believe there are some instructions that go along with this one. I haven't been into this one yet, but as you can see, there are some featured worlds that are in here. They also have some cool tutorials that are in here. Okay. And they have the how to play. Okay. So this is a start here tutorial that actually kind of walks you through how to move, how to dig, how to search for different things. And this is a really good one to actually start with if this is the first time ever that you're playing Minecraft, and you don't have anybody to ask questions for. I would start here. Let's look at what some of the additional tutorials are. There's the chemistry tutorial. I worked on this when I first started learning about the chemistry component of Minecraft, and this really, really helped me. And I also did the code builder tutorial. I'm going to tell you, it was hard in the beginning to figure out how my coding agent moved and all of that. So it really made you have to start thinking like a programmer in order to run this. So these are two really good tutorials to start with your kids if you're looking at using the chemistry component or you're looking at to get the kids coding. I will also tell you that this one here has a redstone component to it. That's quite tricky. So you may want to start there too, just to learn about how redstone works. You're going to be using a repeater at a part of it to open a door, which we've done in the past, but it actually kind of walks you through the steps of that. So this is on the how to play component. And we're going to take a look at some of these, what these lessons are in here before we actually go into a world. And they've got some on computer science, math, science, language arts, the whole bit. And these lessons were actually created by Minecraft mentors. I have a couple of lessons in there. They're from people from all over the world and for different age levels. So let's take a look at some of the math ones that are in here. We've got Common Core Grade 3, Common Core additional lessons. Let's take a look at some of the additional lessons that are in here. There's area and volume. So you're actually writing in the sky and doing several different things there. So again, this isn't just a let's go in there and shoot them up play game. This is actually a thinking, problem solving, strategizing game. We're also dealing with fractions and just a lot of different Common Core type stuff that's actually in here. So take a look at what else is in here. But today we're actually going to go into well, let's look at the monthly challenges first. And every month, one of the Minecraft mentors puts out a monthly challenge. So there's build a better bedroom area. You know, a lot of these are really, really great, and they make the kids really have to think about how they're going to build things and put them together. You know, I'm trying to do a lot of just different bizarro types of activities that will get kids thinking and get kids building and processing and hopefully working together on other things. But these have actually already been done, and you can go in here and there's usually some instructions that go with it. You talk to the NPCs, they'll give you instructions, and you can build. That this one's really great. The International Space Station, mapping our world is really great. I've done that one before. I've done a couple of these. I haven't done, as you can see, there's quite a few in here. So again, as a teacher, if you're thinking, gosh, I don't have any lessons for Minecraft, I can't use this with my kids. Yes, you can. There's already lessons in here. There's the monthly challenges in here. There's templates in here. There's biomes and other worlds that you can start to focus on and do something with. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how easy it is to add one of these worlds, one of these things that are in here to your Minecraft. And then when it's yours, you can host it out and your kids can join you. So we're going to go in here to the biomes and worlds. And I'm going to go into the featured worlds. And I'm going to pull up the hundreds chart. So this one is really cool. So I'm going to pull this up. And I'm going to create a world. I'm not going to share a link. I'm going to create a world. Okay. And what it's doing right now is it's downloading it from the site. And it's going to import it into Minecraft for me. And it imported it very, very quickly. And here we are. I'm actually in this world. So if I wanted to, I could go to settings, right? And I could actually begin hosting this world. I can actually host this world, and I can start hosting it, and then my students can join me and we can be in this world together. And again, how many kids can you have in there? You can have up to 30. Of course, if you do a little bit of commands, you can limit the number of kids that you have in the world with you to 10, to 5, to 25, 15, whatever the number is that you want. So this is how you would start hosting, and when you do, it'll give you a code, and then everybody can join that code and be a part of the world with you. Right now, I don't have anybody else who's kind of waiting, so I'm gonna go up here because this is a creative world, as you can see, because I'm flying, and I'm gonna go over here, and you'll notice that the numbers are. Somebody did a lot of work on this to make a big hundreds chart. So if I wanted to, I could use my coding agent to take me to different parts of this world. Now, one thing I do notice is I don't have my coordinates on here. So if I want to make sure my coordinates are on here, I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go to the game, and I believe it is show coordinates. I want to show my coordinates because I like to know where I am. There we go. I like to have my coordinates on. Okay. So now as a student, as a teacher, I could give them instructions. Okay, I want you to start at the number 5 and then get the coordinates in there. Okay. And I want you to jump to number 10. So, but I want you to do that by teleporting, or using your coding agent, however you want, where you would actually have them jump from square to square to square to square, counting by fives up to 100 if you wanted to. If you wanted to do prime numbers, so you wanted to do even numbers, you wanted to do odd numbers, it's a variety of ways that you can use this. And you're going to say, but this is somebody's template. But once you download it, it's like in Google, when you make a copy of a Google Doc, it's yours. It's the same kind of thing. We made a copy of this world, and so this is our world. So I can actually go in here and I can destroy it a little bit if I want to. I can add things. I can say, you know what, I want you to make each one of the when we're counting by fives, I want to make multiple of 5. I don't want it to be gold. I want it to be blue concrete. So then I could take these out and change them to blue concrete or whatever that I wanted to change it. If you don't want the color scheme, I can actually go in and change it if I need to. So that's what's pretty interesting about using some of the templates that are already there. And again, what's really cool about this is that I can have my kids join me in this world, by hosting it. Now, that being said, what I could also do what if I wanted to see their world that they were working on? I could actually take this world, and I'll show this to you right now. I'm going to go in here to settings, okay? And if I go down here at the bottom, under game, I believe it is. Okay, I'm not seeing it there. Let's see, classroom settings. Let me go back out here. We're going to go all the way out, but I should be able to. I think I have to be out at the other part of the settings here. Okay, so if I go in here to the hundreds charts and I go into the settings here for this world, down here at the bottom, I have export world, delete world, and copy world. So if I export this world and I save it on my desktop, I can take that world and I can upload it to my Google Drive. Now, once it's up in my Google Drive, I send the link out to my kids, and as long as they have Minecraft on their machines, all they do is they don't open it. They don't try to open it in Google. They just download it, and when they download it on their device, whether it be an iPad or a Mac or a PC, when they go to open it, it will open it up in Minecraft for them. And then they have their own copy of this particular world. So that's how a teacher, I could create something and then I could send it out to my kids. And then I could say, okay, I want John and Jennifer and Alex and Eric, I want you 4 to be working on this world here. And I want Alyssa and whoever else, I want you to be working on this other world that's over here. So you can actually assign this through Google Classroom by putting the link in there and saying, go to this world, and you could have one person. Well, actually, they would all have to download that world, and since it's a world that I created, one of them could host it, and then they could all go in there together. Because once a world is created by the teacher and shared out, then the kids can go in there and work together on it. So that's kind of a cool thing. So don't forget about that export world either. So we're going to go back in here, and I'm going to actually go back in here to take a look around some more, because maybe there's a few things that I might want to focus on as the teacher, especially since it's a hundreds chart, and I'm thinking of first graders and even little kinders. Okay. So man, I'm been thinking of like playing like almost like a hide and seek, where then they're having to use the commands to find each other within that hide and seek, right? So if I was at number 1, I could put a message out, say, my number is a prime number, and then they're like, okay, let's see if we can figure out where you are. They could go up and down and all around looking for each other and on how to. And as a hide and seek thing, you could add numbers together. You could change the color scheme again of the different numbers when they add them together, what the product is, and you can make that product a different color. So having a numbers chart is pretty cool, and I'm really glad whoever did this that they did do this. I'm still kind of wondering about some of these number schemes, what they mean and why they're like that. but that's okay because I get it. I think I just stepped on a pressure plate. Well, this one's pressure plates. That's interesting. Hmm, that's very interesting. Now you can't hear it, but I can hear the pressure plates going off. And it looks almost like there's command blocks under there. Oh yeah, it's turning on the lights underneath as I'm walking on them. Look, I don't know if you can see. But it's actually turning. That's really interesting. Just an observation there. Um, so again, you could have your kids say, you could say, you know what, I want you to recreate this, but I want you to recreate this to the right of the hundreds chart. So now they have to recreate it, and maybe you make it so if for them to focus on again prime numbers or counting by fives, by tens, by twos, whatever the case may be, and then they could actually go in here and change this and change it up as they're creating their new one to the right or to the left or up or down, because it looks like this little area here is the only area that is being used for this. And I'm assuming if you stand up here, that you're looking at about all the numbers. However, you can't see them all. So that's why I got up in the air a little bit higher so I could actually see all of the numbers here. But even having a kinder or first grader go 1 to 20 and then marking off some of those numbers would be really, really fun for them. And this is just one world that somebody created to help them. I have one on Minecraft Money where they actually have to go in and put in different blocks. That some of the blocks are pennies, some of the blocks are nickels, dimes, quarters, and they have to put them in the correct order. And once they do, then at the very end they get to ride a roller coaster around the park. So that's kind of fun for them. And it didn't take me all that long to build it. I just used my block of grass as I have in the past. So another great example of using Minecraft. Again, I'll exit out of here. I'll save and exit. And I'll show you one more time where you can go to find out where all of those templates are and where all of those other areas, and it's going to be under the view library. And I want to show you one more thing right down here, and it's going to open it up in my browser. But if I click here, it's going to take me to a website that is specifically for using education, using the Minecraft Education Edition with students. And there's even more lessons in there. There is information on how to get started. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there on that. And I will put the address to that down in the description. But if you click here, it will actually take you there. And I'm actually just showing my one window right now. So if I click on it, you won't be able to see it. But I highly suggest using that as well. There's a lot of other resources in there. And of course, then you can start to connect with other people who are running Minecraft as well and maybe get some ideas from them. But definitely start here on how to play using that first tutorial, which is very, very, very helpful, learning how to move around, because some kids, they don't even know like what buttons do they push to move around, how they dig. And if you're on a Mac, of course, things are a little bit different on a Mac than on a PC. And some of the biomes are just really, really cool. And the lessons, and I only have a few lessons in here, but there's a lot more lessons down here in the educator resources. So I highly recommend going there. And I'm just really excited about where Minecraft is going, because a lot of this wasn't even here a year ago. And they're just building on it and building on it and building on it, because it's becoming more and more popular. I think teachers are realizing that this is more than just a game that kids play. This is actually a learning experience. I know I have learned so much just by trying it out and playing it. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and click out of my library, and I'm actually going to go ahead and exit out of Minecraft. But we've had a great day today, and I hope that you've gotten some great information. Stay safe, stay home, most importantly. Follow the guidelines that have been handed out to you, so that way we can all go back to work and see each other again real soon. Please take care.